it's Jennifer Seeger. Welcome back to a weekend vlog on the Seeger Stories. So it has been quite a while since I've done a weekend vlog, and actually we are starting a little late because it is about noon on Saturday. But I was working on editing some footage this morning and thought it has been kind of chaotic if you've been following the channel. So I kind of wanted to give a little bit of a recap of what's been going on. Of course, if you've been following the channel, you know we are expecting. So there was kind of a lull in videos throughout the first trimester, especially of pregnancy, just because I was not feeling my best self. I started to feel really good into my second trimester, and I'm at 21 weeks right now, so kind of nearing the end almost, kind of in the middle maybe, more of my second trimester, and things have been much better pregnancy feeling wise. But things have just been very, very chaotic. So this fall, planned way before we ever found out we were pregnant, we had several trips coming up. We had a wedding. We didn't travel very far, just a couple hours back in September. And then at the very end of October, we had a whirlwind trip. We went to Vegas just for a couple days to see the University of North Dakota men's hockey team was playing. I'm a big fan. Nate's a fan by marriage. That's just how that has to happen. Same reason I have to care about the Vikings now. So we went on that trip just with some family. It was a very, very quick trip, and we were home for a couple weeks working on some house projects, and then had a wedding that we drove down to Missouri to attend. I was actually in that wedding, and I filmed, I think my last video that went up was actually the little emergency kind of preparedness kit that I put together, and had full intentions of getting back to kind of my weekly vlogging schedule when we came back from that. But I do work a full-time job outside of the home, and I came back to craziness. I'm actually in human resources and in charge of benefits administration, and it was like our annual open enrollment, and nobody had done open enrollment while I was gone, so I came back to kind of needing to oversee that. I was really run down from our trip and ended up getting pretty sick. I didn't get tested and know that, I mean, I tested at home. I did not have COVID. Did not test to make sure it wasn't like influenza A, but I don't think it was. It wasn't that severe, but I lost my voice. I had a pretty good cold going on. And so that kind of got cleared up, I would say, the week before Thanksgiving. And that's when we had new carpets installed and we were painting and all this craziness. So I'm just, you know, not a lot of time to be picking up a camera or editing even some of the footage I already had filmed, unfortunately, in that time. So we pulled it together, had a really nice Thanksgiving. I was actually very blessed that my family could travel down to visit us. They live in North Dakota. It's about 5 hours door to door, so it's not a long trip, but they were able to make it down, and just so grateful for that. I have, you know, my brother's family lives close by, so we kind of had all family around, and we have a pretty big family, so those that could make it were here. Anyway, a lot of moving pieces, a lot going on throughout the holiday, and I felt great over Thanksgiving. Just have been really kind of tired in my second trimester, emotional with the sickness and the house projects going on. I will admit to that. But yeah, so Thanksgiving was really good. Family was here. Shift gears to quickly decorating the house for Christmas because we didn't have a lot of time the weekend after Thanksgiving. We actually flew down to Florida, and we were there for a week and did Disney and then one day at Universal. I know I talked about that upcoming trip on my channel. Don't worry, I did film all of it and plan on editing all of that Disney footage and getting all of those videos uploaded, you know, complete with like the packing video to all of our days and everything. But as I was sitting down to do some of that today and organize the footage, it's just Disney videos take a long time to edit. I just, you know, there's so much that I filmed that I want to share, but not sharing 5-hour-long videos of absolutely everything we did. So there's a lot of editing that needs to go into that. And so that kind of led to the decision too today to, you know, or this weekend to kind of do a little bit of a weekend vlog. We came back from Disney, actually like the night we flew in. We were going to pick up our bags at baggage claim, and I looked at Nate and I said, my throat feels kind of scratchy. Like, that's not good. And I got home, you know, good night's sleep. We actually had the day off after we got back, so some really good rest and stuff could happen. Well, I did. Nate had to go to work. He actually, poor man, worked like a 14-hour day, I think, the day we got back, so he was wiped. But I just went and got groceries, and then I came home and napped and really tried to take it easy. Like, I could feel something coming on, and I thought, well, if I just rest, you know, take some vitamin C, take a lot of naps, get a lot of fluids in, maybe I can kick this before it starts. Well, throughout the night I was waking up with a pretty bad cough. The next morning, just as a precaution, thinking I just had a cold coming on, I did take a test and tested positive for COVID, so that was very unfortunate. I don't want to say the words too much because I don't want to get flagged in this video for talking about it too much, but did observe like the quarantine period and actually still am getting over that. So again, it was a week of, I'm so grateful that it did not hit me hard. I've had the vaccine, the boosters, all the things, so it did not hit me hard, but still enough to kind of take you down a little bit and get in the way of any editing or anything that was going to happen in the week after our trip. Just really important for the baby that I got lots of sleep and was resting and trying to be very kind to my body, just to get over it as quickly as I could. So still kind of, Ruby, sorry, I'm sitting kind of on our couch in front of the window because it's really gloomy today, so I don't have really good light in the house, and Ruby was about to lose her mind. Somebody walking on the trail by our house. She's very good at policing and barking. So anyway, so yes, I've just been laying low. So I just wanted to give kind of an update of where things are. Thank you to those of you that messaged or left a comment. I know I've been a little bit MIA, trying to get back on track. So I will be working on editing in the coming weeks, but not to lose everything in Disney, because there's, like I said, a ton of footage shot, a lot of videos coming on our days in Disney. And then we also did a day at Universal to experience the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So all of that will be coming probably throughout the months of, maybe even get some up in December or throughout the month of January. Even though it's Christmas, I know some of you love watching that type of content. I love watching videos in Disney. We do it often, so I want to make sure that I'm sharing that out, but I also didn't want to miss out on Christmas. So we have just a few things to do around the house this weekend. I am technically able to go out, you know, wearing a mask, but just as a precaution, really just feel like staying at home a few more days is not gonna hurt anybody. I'm a homebody by nature anyway, so I'm not really feeling the need to go out. Today was a day where I actually did pull myself together, got hair done, not much makeup on, but little lip gloss, and you know, I'm trying. Got semi-dressed in a clean pair of sweatpants, but I'm all good with laying low, and just thought I'd share a little bit of what we've got going on this weekend. It's gonna be just pretty much chillaxing around the house. Nate is home. He doesn't work at all this weekend, so he is actually down watching the Vikings football game. So Ruby and I are having a little bit of girl time, catching up on some Christmas shows. Actually watching the Santa Clauses. I don't know what it's called, the series on Disney Plus, because the Santa Claus with Tim Allen is my favorite Christmas movie, so gotta catch up on that series. I really, as I've been sick, you know, these 2 different times being sick, really wasn't watching a lot of TV or doing much of anything. Just a lot of sleeping has been happening. So that's kind of been our life. So I haven't been sharing much. You haven't been missing a lot, because it's just been like a ton of napping. And we did, like I said, have some home projects we were working on, and I'll be sharing those out as we're kind of wrapping up. We just got the big things done, you know, like the painting done and the carpets in and things like that. I also have, I think we finished our Christmas shopping. Nate ran a couple errands this morning to get a couple remaining things. So kind of on my messy table over here is all of the gifts that are needing to be wrapped. I don't know if we'll be doing any, we haven't started any Christmas baking at all. I don't know what I'll be doing with that. Tonight's schedule was scheduled our annual Home Alone Christmas party movie night. So the past couple years we've had my niece and nephew come over, and they we get like the Home Alone foods, you know, the pizza, the sundae, all the things. And we've done shirts for us and the kids, and just kind of enjoyed a double feature. Now with sickness, it's just going to be Nate and I, but I think we're still going to do that tonight. And overall, it's just a really cozy time to be in the house, because in addition to not feeling well the past week, we got dumped on. I don't even know how much snow we got. I know it's not as much as some that were saying, you know, they have like a couple feet of snow, and I know we don't have that, but we definitely have snow. I have not been out in it much, because I found that I have a really hard time catching my breath when it's cold and dry outside. That just with already reduced lung capacity, probably due to, you know, in pregnancy in general, I've been short of breath and everything. So Nate's been going out and doing all the shoveling and walking the dog and everything. I've just been enjoying it from the coziness of our house. So just really enjoying the decorations. We've got our tree and stockings and everything up, and it's just kind of nice to be inside. So we're looking at another cozy weekend, and this is a very long intro, but like I said, I wanted to kind of provide a life update on what's been going on. So welcome to our weekend, and just relaxing at home and enjoying all the Christmas vibes. Well, not much going on for this afternoon. I wrapped the gifts and forgot to film it. But it was, I mean, we only had like maybe, I think 8, 7 gifts to wrap. Nate and I are exchanging gifts this year, so there weren't many. We just found a place to go get pizza for our Home Alone night, but Nate's getting us set up, and then we're gonna go pick up the pizza. I might actually leave the house, but I wanted to show you our Home Alone night shirts. So we ordered these from, I think it was called TeePublic. Nate found them online, and they were actually, if I find the link below, I will put it, really cheap, like $14 a shirt and free shipping for the holiday. So Nate gets the OK Plumbing and Heating. We decided to go with all Home Alone businesses this year. This is my favorite. This one's for me. Super psyched. It is the Kenosha Kickers. Gus Polanski, the Polka Kings of the Midwest. I'm trying to get this unfolded here. And I just sized up because I'm getting a little bit of a baby bump. So I sized up. But I thought it was super fun. Oh, it even says Sheboygan, Wisconsin on it. That's awesome. So that one is mine. So we got to put on our shirts for tonight. My niece and nephew aren't coming, but we'll get them their shirts anyway. We got my niece Duncan's toy chest, and then my nephew gets the Little Nero's pizza. And it's kind of weird. It comes in this off-white color instead of white, which was a little different, but I don't know. It was still... Ugh, I can't do things one-handed. I don't know. I think it's still kind of cool. The little thing. So yeah, those are their shirts. Nate is hooking up. We got a new Fire Stick for our TV downstairs because we had gotten a free trial of Apple TV. I think we actually have it until the end of February, and we were wanting to watch stuff. We were able to watch it on our upstairs TV, but we came to watch it on our downstairs TV, and our Fire was like a Fire box, not a stick, and it was too old to actually get the app. So I was looking around for sales and saw that the Fire sticks were 40% off on Amazon. I'll link the one we got below. I'm not sure if the sale is still going on, but the cool thing was that in addition to the 40% off, which was just like, I think, a holiday sale, they were doing a trade-in program. So if we actually mailed in our older Fire box, Fire TV, whatever it was that we had, and I already sent it off, so I can't show it to you. But basically, if we upgraded, we got an additional 20% off plus an $8 credit. So we ended up paying like $15 for this thing, which was awesome. So Nate took the other one. They gave us a label and everything. We just had to box it up, and he took that over today. So he's getting us set up. We're gonna go over to, I think we found a place. Nate was laughing because in the movie Home Alone, he's like, an extra large cheese pizza just for me. And he found a place that had, and the description was extra large cheese pizza. So it's just for us. But we're gonna go get an extra large cheese pizza and then watch our movies. So that's the evening plan. Kind of a relaxing or nothing kind of day because I slept away a lot of the afternoon, but at least that'll make it so I can stay up for Home Alone 1 and 2. Very excited about it. So we just had an unexpected guest. Well, I'm sick, so she just dropped it off at our door, but my boss stopped by and dropped off my Christmas gift. Isn't this darling? She does pottery on the side, and she knows I'm obsessed with plaid, so it's a little Christmas tree that's plaid. I just love it. And then she also gave us this little ornament, also plaid. So super cute, super thoughtful. It was just kind of a fun little surprise on a day. We've got our Amazon TV warmed up. I'm gonna sit in front of the Christmas tree and probably get a fire going. All we are missing now is a delicious extra large cheese pizza just for us. But I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I might leave it here for just a minute because it is just so darling. I love it. All right, we are home with our pizza from Little Nino's, which is funny because it's really like Little Nero's from the movie. But one extra large cheesy pizza. And then of course, you gotta have Pepsi, and we're gonna get a fire going, and it's about time to hear life advice from Kevin McAllister.
You can be a little old for a lot of things. You're never too old to be afraid.
That's true. I've always been afraid of our basement. It's dark, there's weird stuff down there, and it smells funny, that sort of thing. It's bothered me for years.
The basements are like that.
Then I made myself go down there to do some laundry, and I found out it's not so bad. All this time I've been worrying about it. But if you turn on the lights, it's no big deal.
What's your point?
My point is, you should call your son.
Good morning. It is almost 9 o'clock, like a couple minutes to 9 o'clock. So we definitely had a late morning. Our Home Alone night was great. We did not do really ice cream sundaes, but we had a little bit of ice cream, so whole Kevin McAllister flair. We almost made it through 2 movies, but to be honest, we were both so tired and we've seen them a million times. So I think we went to bed around 9:15, 9:30. We're not night people, but we did actually have a really good night's sleep, which I don't think either of us has had in a long time. So we slept in a bit this morning and just kind of been lazy. Nate just left to take Ruby out now, and I am putting some things together. I have my oven preheating with just a little bit of turkey bacon. I wanted to just use up what we had, so hopefully it'll cook okay that it's overlapping. I'm actually liking turkey bacon a lot more than regular bacon now, because it is, sorry, that's my Ring notification that they're on their way back in. It's a little more lean or less fatty. And then I thought I would just make us some French toast this morning. So I have the griddle preheating here. We had, right when we got back from vacation, just stopped and got some of this cottage bread at our local convenience store. And there's a few slices left that are getting stale, so just gonna mix that, kind of a little French toast mix up here. I usually use milk, but we have this half and half that I had opened the other day and just needed a little bit of, so I'm gonna use that up. A little bit of, this is orange juice, you can't really tell, it comes in bags. And then add in also a little dash of cinnamon. So I'm gonna get that mixed up and get our French toast going, and hopefully the oven will preheat in a minute here. Oh, I also got out, I've been drinking a lot more tea than coffee, and I have not used this yet. Isn't it adorable? So I got this from Hobby Lobby on a clearance sale at the end of last year. I think I paid like $4 or $5 for it, to be quite honest. That's my tea from yesterday that I completely forgot about and didn't drink. But normally I've been drinking a lot of tea when I remember that I made it. And my favorite, let me see if it'll focus in here. My favorite lately is this Constant Comment. Of course, it's decaf, but it comes in caffeinated too. My mom used to drink this when I was growing up, and it's how I learned to like tea. And I've just been really liking it. It's really spicy. So I'm gonna get some tea going this morning, help with my throat is a little scratchy. So get some tea, maybe add a little bit of milk and or honey, get the French toast going, and then we will have just a relaxing Sunday morning breakfast. Alright, our breakfast is ready. Aren't these plates adorable? I got them from Magnolia at Target. We've been using them for Christmas, the few meals we've been home for. But we got our French toast bacon. I found some little cuties, just topped with some butter and maple syrup. And then I made kind of a London fog, but without Earl Grey tea. I made it with my Constant Comment and got a little milk in there and some vanilla syrup. So I've got our plates ready. We are going to watch some online church and enjoy our breakfast. Hey, I just thought I would check in. It is about noon. We had just such a nice, lazy morning. Watched church and kind of dozed in and out watching some Christmas movies. Nate is still watching Christmas Vacation, but I wanted to get up and maybe try a little Christmas baking, because I have not done a thing yet the week before Christmas. So I'm experimenting, trying something new. Let me show you what I bought here. So I picked this up just with our last Walmart grocery pickup. Chewy fudge brownie, just mixed it up in my KitchenAid with the paddle attachment to, you know, manufacturer directions, couple eggs, oil, whatnot. And then I peeled, or unwrapped, I should say, some of the Hershey individual peanut butter cups. So I've had this pan. I have had it probably for about 10 years, and I have used it probably exactly once. I think I got it at like a Pampered Chef party or something like that. So my thought is that I could bake little brownie cups, and then at the last minute, like when they come out of the oven hot, tuck the peanut butter cup in and maybe this is a thing, I don't know. I've never done it before. I've never seen it. So just kind of thinking, I'm hoping it works. I'm a little concerned because my cups, they're really, really small. They're like the size, like almost the size of the peanut butter cups. So I'm hoping that it works. I'm thinking that this is my smallest scoop that I usually use for cupcakes and things, and I'm thinking it is just way too big. I don't know, I'm gonna try with that. I also got a little spoon here. So we're gonna see what works. Throw these in the oven. I have no idea how long to bake them because it only gives different pan size for like a brownie pan. So I don't think they're gonna take very long since they're super teeny. So I think I'll start checking them at 15 minutes, like half the time, and then we'll just see. But we're gonna get these scooped up and yeah, see if my little experiment here works. Okay, they're in. Some are a little more full than others, but we'll see how they bake up, and hopefully there's still enough room to push a peanut butter cup in each one. But I'm going to throw them in the oven at 350. I'm going to start at 15 minutes and see how we go. 15 minutes was perfect. I actually smelled them, so they filled up the cups quite a bit. Let's see how we do smushing the pieces in. Oh! Actually just smushed down really well. Okay, hopefully they'll do some good melting. I'm going to leave them in the pan for a minute and then transfer them to the cooling rack. The bad thing is I am out of peanut butter cups and have a whole lot of batter left, so I might just do one or two pans of just brownie bites without the peanut butter cups, but these look good. So we had a very, very quiet, relaxing afternoon. Working on laundry. Nate was mostly doing that. I took a great nap and watched another Christmas movie. So it's just basically one of those days, but while I was busy with all my napping and Christmasing, Nate was putting together a list of houses to go look at Christmas lights tonight. So that's kind of fun. We decided not to cook dinner at home, and we just stopped and got some burgers. I haven't even opened mine yet, which is always fun to do with the dog in the car. How's your burger, Nate? Is it good? Mm-hmm. And the dog's not getting it, which is good. She really wants it. So yeah, we're just going to have a night out. This is like almost the first time I've really left the house in 9 days. So we're keeping somewhat social distance in the car, not getting out of the car, going anywhere. And just gonna enjoy our food and drive around and look at some lights. So should be a fun night. Nice to be out. just working on editing my video, which should be going up on Christmas Eve, and I realized that I never filmed anything to close out the video. So we looked at Christmas lights and had a really good time. I think we were out for about 3 hours. Like, we drove all over the St. Paul kind of area. We stayed relatively close to home, but there was a lot to see. So it was really fun, and it just made everything kind of feel officially Christmassy. I felt like we haven't had much of a Christmas yet, which we're celebrating into the new year with family and things, so it'll come. But this weekend was definitely a first step in being able to feel some of those Christmas vibes. So I hope you enjoyed following along on our weekend and getting some Christmas vibes of your own. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.